Hello and welcome to episode number 76 of WITM Season 5. And we are going to be doing this week right here. It is the final week before the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, our next main roster pay-per-view. Right now, as I've mentioned before, we know that Andrew is going to be putting the Cruiserweight title on the line, possibly against WITM's Austin Rage. And as far as that, everything's up in the air. Pretty much every WITM member that's on the main roster is within striking distance of earning a title match or perhaps being in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We'll have to wait and see what happens this week, but by the end of the episode, we should know our full match card for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. So, with that said, let's get to it. We kick things off with Monday Night Raw, and we are going to see a rematch from last week. Last week we saw a good tag team matchup between the Bank Robbers and the Usos. This week we'll see a rematch. The Bank Robbers won last week. Will the Usos be able to get revenge this week and put themselves in contention for the Raw Tag Team titles? We'll find out in non-title action. And as for the 4 wildcards from SmackDown that will be competing on Raw this week, my randomizer chose the following: Jinder Mahal, who will be part of a 6-man tag; Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, who will take on the Iconics in non-title action; and the WWE Champion Kevin Owens for a second straight week is a wild card from SmackDown competing on Raw. Those are the 4 SmackDown superstars that were randomly chosen to compete on Raw this week via wildcard rules that we introduced in the previous episode. But let's get to our WITM match position of Raw, the rematch from last week. The Usos looking for revenge, the Bank Robbers, accompanied by the Blade Runners, looking to defeat the Usos for a second straight week and pick up more momentum as Raw Tag Team Champions. Let's get that match underway.
To the Uso Penitentiary. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 479 pounds, Jimmy Uso and Jay Uso.
One of the great tag teams of all time. Jimmy and Jay have been on a run recently that has redefined the tag team division in WWE.
Let's go, Roush. Of 477 pounds, the Raw Tag Team Champion, Degenerates and Dalton.
For our first match tonight, guys. It looks like we have quite the contest coming up. And good luck to those who have to follow this one. You're going to need it. The son of WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi and husband of Naomi, WWE has been and forever will be a fixture in Jimmy Uso's life.
Tag team action in full effect, guys, and these superstars are about to show all you folks what it's all about.
He wants to do this in the ring. No one's backing down here. What an impasse. The collar and elbow tie-up in a battle for control here.
Soul kick! When a superstar is in a tag team match and has endured heavy amounts of punishment, they must find a way back to their corner to tag their partner. Something that they have to try is do and create separation between them and their opponent. That space gives a superstar the ability to move and catch their breath.
Oh, and Enziguri. Boom, what impact. Corey, you touched on this before. Part of a tag team's ability to be successful is their ability to endure punishment and make their way to their partner when they need to tag out. One way to do that is to create that separation you spoke of so they have some space to gather themselves and time to make their way back to the corner.
You're absolutely right, Michael. What's the use of having a tag team partner if you're not able to get to them when you got to tag out of the match? Getting that separation is key in breaking any momentum your opponents could have, may be the difference between a win and a loss, maybe even more.
Irish whip.
Over the last few years, the tag team scene in WWE is hotter than it's ever been. One of the teams that has shined brighter than any other is the New Day. Xavier Woods, Big E, and Kofi Kingston are two-time tag team champions. But it was their second reign that put the New Day name in WWE history books forever.
The tag team competition right now is as heated as it's ever been since the Attitude Era. Everywhere you look, there's another tremendous tag team combination looking to make a run at the WWE Tag Team Gold. When we talk about the New Day, the team won a fatal four-way match in their second tag team title reign at 2015's SummerSlam.
I may think the power of positivity stinks like a bag of rotting garbage, and that Woods, Kingston, and Big E are idiots, but I'll give the New Day this. They're one of the greatest tag teams ever, and what put them in that category was when their tag team championship reign lasted a record-setting 483 days.
Super kick! He's in control now.
Beautiful technique. Can he finish the job? This is it. We've got a cover. And the count's broken, keeping the match alive.
It's not over yet.
This might be it.
Oh, my. Harsh impact.
And it's Jey Uso getting out of that one.
This match might be over, guys.
But now, Jey Uso, he goes for the cover. Yeah, I don't believe that he didn't win this match right there.
Just needs to do more damage.
Absolutely spiked.
DDT.
Looks like he's starting to sweat now. He's going to have to cut off his opponent's offense quickly.
It's no secret that quick tags lead to success in the tag team division. And I'd say the quicker he can make that tag here, the better their chances of winning will be.
The good news for him is that his opponent's offense is likely packing a little less of a punch, considering all the damage he was able to inflict earlier in this match.
The devastation that comes from the Samoan splash is definitely a family affair when you're talking about Jimmy Uso. We can feel the impact from here when Jimmy lands on his opponent.
Oh, the dreaded claw to the shoulder, man. Oh, he's able to reverse it. When you're the son of WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi, it's safe to say you know how to fly. Jimmy Uso's version of the Samoan splash is as devastating as they come.
Seeing Jimmy Uso climb to that top rope means he's looking to put his opponent away. The Samoan splash is going to bring Jimmy more victories as time goes on.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow. I don't like the look in his eye here, folks. Oh, he's almost there. There it is. The tag has been made.
Oh, he needed that in the worst way, Michael.
Yeah, he's got some magic working, that's for sure.
Here we go. Back inside the ring. Oh! A lot of damage taken on by Jey Uso. I'm not sure how this will pan out. Unless this thing turns around here, this tag team match is all but over.
He has got to do something quick.
Jey Uso can come back from this. After all, he has been down since day one-ish.
What does that even mean?
The tag team scene here in WWE is undergoing a bit of a renaissance, and it's because of action like this. If Jey Uso hits this one's over.
Look out!
Avoids trouble there.
Jey Uso just barely getting out of the way.
With the quickness. Got him caught.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Oh, man.
Right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
He's not looking good here. Looks to me like he's starting to feel the pressure, guys.
You can learn a lot about a guy in a match like this, and what I've learned so far here tonight is that there is absolutely no quit in him.
Back now inside the ring. Tagged in.
Gotta be agonizing for the arm.
He has such a wide array of offense from anywhere in the ring. Oh boy, he is rolling.
He's looking at it. And what a reversal from Jey Uso.
Monkey flip.
I don't think there are two teams I'd rather see square off against each other right now. This is amazing. There may be no escaping this fireman's carry.
I don't know. Never say never, Cole.
Incredible drop.
On, he dodges out of the way. What a strike.
Gonna be woozy after that impact.
Down, like being manhandled by a bear. Cutting it close here, guys.
What a coward. He's trying to get himself counted out, Cole.
Gets the tag. When this guy's on, look out.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
And it's Jey Uso getting out of that one. This can go a variety of different ways, Corey.
And almost none of them are good.
Jey Uso is another WWE superstar who grew up in a family that's considered sports entertainment royalty. As a son of WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi, Jey is part of the Anoa'i family. Jey Uso's family tree includes The Rock, Roman Reigns, and WWE Hall of Famers High Chief Peter Maivia, the Wild Samoans, and the mighty Yokozuna.
What a stomp!
Good grief!
Looks like we're going to get the tag. And he tags his partner in.
Momentum has certainly shifted here, Michael.
Vicious strike. Taken off his feet here.
And it's moves like that that make him so dangerous. Nailed it. And that one grounds him. I didn't realize he had such a glass jaw.
Knee right to the midsection. Oh, clothesline.
He's looking good now, guys.
Shoulders on the mat. He's got plenty of gas left in the tank.
Hey, I guess you never know.
In off the tag. A lot of pride on the line here in this tag team encounter, but only two of these competitors will end up getting what they came for, the win. Wow, Jimmy Uso just timed that perfectly.
And a superplex! I knew it was only a matter of time.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. Oh, a flying forearm!
On the mark.
Oh, nasty impact.
Bringing it back into the ring. Draped on the apron, using the elbow as a weapon.
Guys, this is tag team competition at its absolute best.
Ooh, what impact.
You gotta believe this one's over. Wow, I thought he was a goner.
Yeah, he's got something special brewing here.
Nope, reverses it.
Harsh impact.
Caught.
Beauty shot.
Oh, and he connects. There's no reason to lose your footing on a move like that. Come on, toughen up.
Uh-oh. This is what makes him one of the best. Super kick!
See you, Jimmy.
1, 2, 3. What a tag team display. And here's another quick look at those superstars in action in that tag team battle.
Man, this was great. Oh, I can't believe this. He's getting it done here. And last but not least, there was this.
Here are your winners, Degenerates and Dalton, the Bane.
And that's a win to start off the night.
Let's not overcomplicate things. This business is simple. It's all about wins and losses. And it sure looks to me like somebody has figured that out.
Plenty more action still to come here tonight, folks.
Okay, so another good back and forth tag team match between the Bank Robbers and the Usos. that saw a little bit of everything. We saw another triple power bomb where Captain Casey assisted the bank robbers, and we saw a superplex on the outside. We saw some fighting at ringside. A little bit of everything here in this tag team match that sees the bank robbers for the second straight week pick up a victory over the Usos, and more momentum heading into whatever the next Raw Tag title defense is. We know that the bank robbers will unfortunately not be appearing at Money in the Bank, as the Raw Tag Team titles are not on the line at Money in the Bank. But whenever they defend the Raw Tag Team titles under their bank robber rules, they'll have a decent amount of momentum after 2 straight victories over the Usos. And how do those results affect the rankings on Raw, as well as some of the rankings on SmackDown for the wild cards? Let's find out. The bank robbers defeated the Usos. Hawkins and Ryder teamed with The Miz to defeat the Ascension and wild card from SmackDown, Jinder Mahal. In non-title action, Rey Mysterio defeated Samoa Joe. Bobby Roode took a no decision. Mysterio was U.S. champion. Drew McIntyre defeated Sami Zayn. Wild cards, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose defeated the Iconics, the women's tag team champions, in non-title action. Seth Rollins defeated Braun Strowman. And the main event, wild card from SmackDown, WWE Champion Kevin Owens defeated AJ Styles. As that affect the rankings on Raw and for the wild cards on SmackDown? Let's find out. The women's tag team champions are the Iconics. Number 1 contenders Rose and Deville. Number 2 the Kabuki Warriors. Number 3 Carmella and Ember Moon. The Raw Women's title is currently vacant because our champion Alexa Bliss was injured around this week in real life. So both the Raw and SmackDown Women's titles, both of which Alexa Bliss held, are now vacant. At Money in the Bank, we will crown new Raw and SmackDown Women's champions. The current number 1 contender is Dana Brooke. Number 2 Tamina. Number 3 Natalya. Number 4 Lacey Evans. Number 5 Nikki Cross. Number 6 Naomi. Number 7 Becky Lynch. And number 8 Alicia Fox. In the men's tag division, the Raw Tag Team Champions are the Bank Robbers. Number 1 contenders Hawkins and Ryder. Number 2 Lucha House Party. Number 3 The Ascension. Number 4 Gallows and Anderson. Number 5 The Revival. Number 6 Viking Raiders. And number 7 The Usos. In the United States Championship division, which looks a little bit different, I'll explain why in a moment. The U.S. champion is Rey Mysterio. Number 1 contender Cesaro. Number 2 WITM's Jack. Number 3 WITM's Captain Casey. Number 4 Eric Young. Number 5 Mojo Rawley. Number 6 Titus O'Neil. Number 7 Gerald. Number 8 Bobby Roode. Number 9 Cedric Alexander. Number 10 EC3. Number 11 Ricochet. Number 12 Samoa Joe. Number 13 Noe Jose. Number 14 Heath Slater. So Jack and Captain Casey, unless Cesaro competes on main event and loses, are going to come up just short of getting the U.S. title match at Money in the Bank. But I will have something else for them to do at Money in the Bank. There'll be a little bit more details on that later on in the episode. I added Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, and The Miz to the Universal title division, number 1, to thin out a pretty crowded U.S. title division a little bit. Plus, they all competed in a number 1 contendership match for the Universal Championship in the previous Raw in real life, so that qualifies them to be part of the Universal title division. The champion is Brock Lesnar. Number 1 contender Drew McIntyre. Number 2 The Miz. Number 3 AJ Styles. Number 4 Braun Strowman. 5 Seth Rollins. Number 6 Baron Corbin. Number 7 Bobby Lashley. And number 8 Sami Zayn. So now we move on to SmackDown Live. Of course, Corey and Ayout Master compete on SmackDown Live, and the Bank Robbers, the Blade Runners, and Gerald could all possibly appear via wildcard rules. So I'm going to head off screen, see what 4 Raw superstars will be competing on SmackDown via being wildcards. I'll be back in a moment with the SmackDown portion of our episode. Okay, so we have 2 WITM matches for you on this card. As you can see, Jack of Monday Night Raw has been chosen as one of the 4 wildcards to compete on this edition of SmackDown Live. He'll be taking on Randy Orton, another wildcard from Monday Night Raw, Sami Zayn, and WITM's Ayout Master, returning to in-ring action after about 2-3 weeks off, in a fatal 4-way match. A lot on the line for both Ayat Master and Jack, as with a win, Ayat Master become number 1 contender to the Intercontinental title, and with a win, Jack could become number 1 contender to the United States title, with this being the go-home SmackDown before Money in the Bank. And in the main event, we have another huge matchup with possible Money in the Bank stipulations, as Corey will get a rematch against the man who defeated him with the WWE title on the line last week, the WWE Champion Kevin Owens. With a win and some help, a non-title victory for Corey could lead to a WWE Championship rematch at Money in the Bank. A loss could mean that Corey doesn't even appear on the pay-per-view card. So, a lot on the line for Corey in the main event. But let's shift our focus for now to this huge fatal 4-way match with a lot on the line when it comes to the Intercontinental title and U.S. title divisions. Jack of Monday Night Raw competing on SmackDown as a wild card. Ayat Master return to action. That'll be part of a fatal 4-way that includes Randy Orton and Sami Zayn. Let's get that match underway.
I have voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 250 pounds, he is the Apex Predator, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Few WWE superstars have fared as well throughout their careers as Randy Orton. Cool, calm, collected, but laser focused and ready to explode at a moment's notice with an RKO out of nowhere.
They tell me things and I will do. They show me things I'll do to you. They talk to me. They talk to me. All defenseless, all the doctors are disease, and the preachers are
Randy recently etched his name in history as one of WWE's few Grand Slam champions, and the Viper has shown no signs of slowing down. Just as dangerous now as the day he burst on the scene.
I see darkness falling. I hear voices calling. I feel justice crawling. I see faith has fallen. I am the
And his opponent, first, from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami Zayn.
You know, Sami Zayn was once known as the underdog from the underground. Yeah, then he started hanging out with Kevin Owens and became the coward from the underground. Yep, bite your tongue, Saxton. Sami Zayn simply aligned himself with his best friend, and the two of them have achieved incredible things in WWE. Yeah, like, let's see, getting fired, like starting the Yep movement, by big-time matches at WrestleMania. Yeah, ripping off somebody else. Really creative. moments away from this huge fatal four-way match.
You're absolutely right, Michael. This match is huge. And from talking to some of the superstars earlier today, I'm willing to bet the monitors in the back are sold out for this one.
Hey, yo, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking.
And from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 241 pounds, the Rising Killer, Jack Hayes.
When we get started, man,
A lot on the line here tonight in this fatal four-way match, guys.
Let's say that again, Michael. Given who's involved in this one, a win here tonight would be monumental for one of these superstars.
Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last warning, I'm gonna see call. I am not afraid of the storm that comes my way. When it hits, it shakes me to the core and makes me stronger than before. It's not a question about trust, but we stand with us. Can you feel it? Make it real. Oh, I think it might wash away tonight. Awaken from this never-ending fall.
One of the aspects to this type of match which makes it so interesting is that it can lead to the formation of unlikely alliances. Just another thing to have to worry about when you're competing against three other superstars all at the same time.
The only thing that would make this match more enjoyable to watch would be if I was calling it without you two bozos interrupting me.
Boom! It's safe to say he had his opponent well scouted there.
Brilliant analysis, Saxton. Oh, continuing to punish them. Boom, what a kick. Oh, that's not right. Somebody do something about that. Looks like Randy Orton has broken a sweat. In four-way matches such as this, things could get very ugly for him very quickly.
At this point, it's still anybody's match, Cole, but he's got to be careful not to take too much more punishment here if he wants to be the one walking away with the win.
By the looks of things, I don't think he expected his opponent to be as motivated as he clearly is here tonight.
He's bringing it back inside the ring now. What a strike. Oh, and it's a reversal. Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered. When I talk about fatal four-way matches, I always think back to the classic battle at Backlash 2007 between Shawn Michaels, John Cena, Randy Orton, and the rated R superstar Edge. The action was so fast and furious from the get-go, it served as a prime example of why a superstar needs eyes in the back of their head in a fatal four-way match.
Byron, earlier you mentioned one of the classic fatal four-way confrontations. Going for the cover. And there's the kick out by Randy Orton. Gonna take more than that. You gotta believe this one's over. Look at this. Boom. Nice. Ooh, what impact.
And Randy Orton just slips out of harm's way.
He's not in a good spot here, guys.
He simply needs to find a way to regroup.
This might be it.
Oh, my.
Here he goes. And he's heading back in.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
What a strike. He's not looking like himself here. He needs to make sure he doesn't get double or even triple teamed here.
And I guarantee you the other three guys see the predicament he's in and are thinking of ways to capitalize on it.
And knowing him the way I do, I'm willing to bet he thought he was going to get through this match unscathed. But that...
It's going to take more than that to keep his shoulders down.
There's a reason Orton is the face of the WWE.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
What does Sami Zayn have to do at this point to stay in this match? He's definitely starting to feel the pressure of this fatal four-way match, guys.
Don't write him off just yet, guys. From what...
Oh, nasty impact.
I knew it was only a matter of...
His shoulders are down. Digging deep for a kick out.
He's got some more fight in him, guys.
He's a ball of energy right now.
He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
Not so fast.
Good night. That might have done it, Cole.
Back inside the ring now. And it's reversed. Randy Orton, an RKO!
The Viper strikes again.
Will it be?
One.
Exploder suplex.
Folks, it is clear Sami Zayn is feeling the pure physicality of this match. I wouldn't be surprised if he just passes out right here.
I guarantee you that all three of the competitors he's in the ring with right now know that he's likely just one move away from having his shoulders pinned to the mat.
Sami Zayn needs to dig down deep as he's done so many times in the past. Gutbuster.
Randy Orton, no problem in getting out of that one.
KO punch.
Gets out of the way of that one.
He's a ball of energy right now, but we'll see if it lasts.
Oh no, that's gonna leave a mark.
Zayn dodged that one.
Lightning quick. He's making a statement here with this attack. Boom, what impact.
Zayn is on a roll again.
Does Orton even know where he is?
Comes up big with the reversal.
These four superstars look like they've been put through absolute torture right now.
Hooked up. Man, what a slam. He has him right where he wants him.
Beautiful technique.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. I don't know how much more of this he can take. This is clearly not the same competitor who started this match in such great shape. And now one more time.
Overhand right lands.
Set him up.
Russian leg sweep.
He's not going to like this. He might have it.
Oh, incredible height. But I don't know how...
He's going for the pin. This could be it. 3. There's the pinfall and the victory. We've got some highlights from the last one queued up. Here we go.
Man, oh man, look at that. Look at him go. Yeah, he's putting in the work. He really put on a great show.
Here is your winner, AOT Master.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a very big win here tonight.
To get the pinfall victory over such a high-quality opponent is incredibly impressive.
And there's no denying that the Santa Clara crowd clearly liked what they just saw. Would you listen to them?
Okay, so AI Master making his return to in-ring action after about a 2-3 week hiatus count, picking up the victory. Unfortunately, the man he pinned was Jack, coming to SmackDown via wildcard rules and taking a loss here. Jack will fall down in the U.S. title rankings on Raw. Meanwhile, AI Master may be facing the Intercontinental Champion Shelton Benjamin for the Intercontinental title at Money in the Bank. We'll have to wait and see how the rankings shake out. But for now, we turn our attention to a huge main event for Corey. This is his final chance to remain in the WWE title picture for the time being. Could possibly earn a WWE Championship rematch at Money in the Bank with a victory. A loss could mean not even appearing on the card at all. So let's get this match underway. A rematch from the previous episode, this time non-title action, but still with a lot on the line. The WWE Champion Kevin Owens versus Corey.
What should we expect to see here tonight?
Well, given the shape these superstars appear to be in here tonight, I fully expect to see one of the most competitive matches we've seen in a very long time.
Singles action is underway, and in this one, I wouldn't attempt to predict what's going to happen. I'd just be ready for anything. Sometimes that's all you can do.
That's how you wear down your opponent.
What a stomp! Good grief! Oof!
he's on the defensive here. This could be the start of an ugly downward spiral if he's not careful.
I know it's somewhat early still, but this could be a pivotal point in this match, guys. Let's see how he reacts here.
Here he goes. Is he done? Whoa, he works his way out.
A bit of a Houdini job right there.
Oh, right to the gut. This might be it.
Oh, my.
Oh, tear the features clean off your face.
Wow, elbow!
Ooh, what impact.
He's stumbling some now. He can't be happy with how this is going right now.
If he wants to win this thing, he's going to need to make some changes here. There's no way he can stay in this match if he doesn't find a way to fend off this attack.
Man, I knew this was going to be a closely fought battle, but I didn't realize it was going to be this close. This is unreal.
Kevin Owens doing a great job of turning that one around.
Down with a power bomb.
A kick out before 3.
And the match continues. Sharp knee.
Uh-oh. He releases it.
And you can debate whether or not that would have been the end. Interesting decision there. Gotta be careful not to get disqualified.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Boom!
Once Kevin... Cannonball!
Here's his moment, Michael.
And here we go. Kevin Owens with a cover. A kick out, and you can see the frustration starting to build.
Close call.
He's lining him up.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
He's making a statement here with this attack. What a strike. He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole. Beautiful technique.
Knocked off his feet.
Now that's a takedown.
Eludes that one. This has been a battle. There he goes, crashing to the floor. Nice job getting out of the way of that one.
The colossal clutch.
I don't think he's got it completely locked in.
And he finds a way free.
Wow, that was just pure determination, Cole.
Oh, look at this. Oh, kicks.
His shoulders are down.
Didn't have to dig very deep to kick out of that one.
Nah, not yet. Too early.
When this guy's on, look out.
A lot of people are questioning how this superstar got such a favorable spot in this week's power rankings.
Oh, right across the knee.
Just when you thought he had nothing left.
Pinning predicament.
Yes! Takes it!
Here's a few clips from the last match for us.
I remember this part very well. He's getting after it here. Almost forgot about this one. And last but not least,
Here is your winner, Kevin Owens.
That's an impressive win right there.
These guys look like a couple of hosses going at it out there. Great match.
And folks, if you're just joining us, I'm sorry to tell you that you just missed one of the most exciting SmackDown matches in recent memory.
Okay, so in pretty much a must-win match for Corey, he put up a better effort than he did last week with the WWE title on the line against Kevin Owens, but still will take a loss nonetheless, and it's looking like unless it's a non-title match, Corey will find himself on the outside looking in when it comes to the Money in the Bank pay-per-view card. Now, Corey suffering from a 3-match losing streak on top of the loss of his Intercontinental title. Not exactly the start Corey wanted to his return to SmackDown Live. But how those results then affect how's that match and the rest of the SmackDown matches affect the rankings on SmackDown as well as the Raw rankings for the wild cards, including Jack? Let's find out. The two other wild cards besides Jack and Sami Zayn from Monday Night Raw were Bobby Roode and No Way Jose. They competed in the opening match, and Bobby Roode picked up the victory. In non-title action, the Kabuki Warriors defeated the Women's Tag Team Champions, the Iconics. Kofi Kingston and Finn Balor, accompanied by Xavier Woods, teamed up to defeat Shelton Benjamin and Elias. Benjamin is the Intercontinental Champion, and that is considered a non-title victory for Kingston and Balor. And our first of two WITM matches on this card, AAT Master picked up a victory by pinning fellow WITM member Jack, one of the wild cards from Raw. Randy Orton and wildcard Sami Zayn each took a no decision. Lars Sullivan defeated Roman Reigns, and the main event, Kevin Owens defeated Corey in non-title action. And how does that affect the rankings? Let's find out. The Women's Tag Team Champions are the Iconics, number contenders the Kabuki Warriors, number 2, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, and number 3, Carmella and Ember Moon. In a pretty thin SmackDown Women's division that finds themselves without a champion because Alexa Bliss had to vacate her titles due to injury. The number 1 contender is Lana, number 2 Bayley, number 3 Charlotte, and number 4 Mickie James. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions are the Colognes, number 1 contenders Heavy Machinery, number 2 Rusev and Nakamura, number 3 the Planet's Tag Team, and number 4 the B Team. The Intercontinental Champion is Shelton Benjamin, number 1 contender Finn Balor, number 2 AAT Master, who comes up just short of getting an Intercontinental title opportunity despite the victory because Finn Balor got a non-title victory over Benjamin. But he'll likely find himself on the Money in the Bank card anyway. We'll have more information on that later in the episode. Number 3 is Andrade, number 4 Apollo Crews, number 5 R-Truth, number 6 Buddy Murphy, number 7 Elias, number 8 Mustafa Ali, number 9 Chad Gable, number 10 Jinder Mahal. The WWE Champion is Kevin Owens, and will contender Kofi Kingston. Number 2, Lars Sullivan. Number 3, Randy Orton. Number 4, Roman Reigns. And number 5, Corey. So now we move on to 205 Live. Will we see the Cruiserweight Champion Andrew and or Austin Rage in action? Okay, so Austin Rage is going to get a week off. He'll be paying close attention to 2 of the matches that will be occurring, however, because Andrew Spudstrong will be in action in a huge main event taking on the current #1 contender to his Cruiserweight title, Tony Nese, which means, of course, with this being the go-home 205 Live before Money in the Bank at Andrew's next title defense, if Tony Nese does as he did 2 weeks ago and defeats Andrew Spudstrong in non-title action, he will take on Andrew again at Money in the Bank for the Cruiserweight title. Should Andrew lose, then Akira Tozawa will have the opportunity to earn a title match with a victory over Humberto Carrillo. If both Tony Nese and Akira Tozawa lose, then Austin Rage could possibly come up for number 3 spot and challenge Andrew for the Cruiserweight title at Money in the Bank. So a lot at stake here, but the easiest path to a title match would be for Tony Nese to defeat Andrew as he did 2 weeks ago. Will he be able to do that and secure himself a title match at Money in the Bank? Or will Andrew gain more momentum heading into his title defense? Let's find out and get this match underway.
The premier athlete has arrived. Byron, get ready to count abs. You might need to take your shoes off.
Over here. Come here, I want to show you something. This right here. This is why I'm the premier athlete. And let me show you something else. Let's count it out together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 reasons why I'm the premier athlete. 8 reasons why I'm better than each and every one of you.
Making his way to the ring from Long Island, New York.
Guys, we have 2 of WWE's most exciting superstars ready to square off here.
And there's nothing quite like seeing 2 superstars settling it in the ring in one-on-one action, Michael.
A man who says he moves like a cruiserweight, but hits like a heavyweight.
One of the most explosive superstars in the Cruiserweight division. The future is incredibly bright for Tony Nese.
Here's his opponent, accompanied by Biggie, and from Charlotte, North Carolina, 165 pounds, the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Andrew.
There is an absolutely big fight feel in the arena tonight for this one.
Yeah, judging from the vibe here currently, it seems to me like this is the one where sold-out crowd is deep.
As we get underway, I'm expecting a hard-fought match between these 2 superstars. The first one to make a mistake could fail.
And this is one of those matches where it's hard to believe we get paid for this. Well, actually, It's hard to believe Saxton gets paid for anything.
Corey, have you ever even gotten close to having a physique like Tony Nese?
Yep, I have abs like that every time I create myself in video games.
Bulldog! Delivered with force.
Hurricane Rana.
Oh, nasty impact.
Looking for all the glory here. It's going to take more than that to keep his shoulders down.
Yeah, this is way too early to be going for the win.
Hooked up.
And Michinoku driver.
Absolutely planted.
Ooh, right in the face.
Destroyed.
Harsh impact.
What a stomp.
Good grief.
He's looking at it. Is he done? He forces his way free.
Man, he just has so much resolve. Oh boy, he is rolling.
He's taking some offense. With these two guys, we all knew this was going to be an all-out battle. Byron mentioned Tony Nese's perfect hair and amazing physique, and when it comes to that physique, Corey, there's no doubt Nese has a second residence at his local gym.
Oh, yeah, Nese's abs have abs, Cole, and I assure you, you don't get that sort of physique by accident. You also don't get it by eating carbs. I wonder how long it's been since the Long Island native even looked at a bagel. Nailed it.
Comes up big with the reversal. Looks like he's starting to falter. And at this point, how much more does he have to give?
That confidence he had on his face at the start of this match sure has disappeared, and with good reason. He's taken quite a beating.
This is one of the more evenly matched contests we've seen in quite some time. From the looks of things, it could really go either way.
Showing some quickness there. We've seen this before.
Big time slam.
Vicious.
Now that's what I call making a statement. Yeah, you don't see a slam like that very often.
Dangerous spot for him to be in.
He's got to figure out a way to get back in it, guys.
I just can't get over the physicality of this match. This has been brutal.
Gonna destroy your face.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
You gotta believe this one's over.
Pump handle. Going for powerbomb. Is that it? Is it over?
Gentlemen, Tony Nese might have this one sewn up.
I think you might be right.
This could be it. Cover. Digging deep for a kick out.
Still too fresh.
I don't think there's any coming back from this type of assault. At this point, his confidence has to be at zero.
And things look bleak right now.
Nese wants to put this away. Boom, what impact.
Here's his moment, Michael.
He's got the shoulders down.
Breaker. The devastating Orton stop.
Quick thinking to avoid that one. Oh, no.
Beautiful technique.
Gaining some extra leverage here.
Concern for the rules. Real nicely done. I can't believe he's in this. He's got some more fight in him, guys. Oh boy, he is rolling.
He's calling for it.
I don't think he should get up. Whoa!
Look at this. Back now inside the ring. Going all the way up. Incoming. That kick will stop you in your tracks. Wraps a powerbomb here, Corey.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Looks like a powerbomb coming up.
There may be no escaping this one, Cole.
He's got him covered. Too close for comfort.
Wow, what's it going to take?
Oh, that hurt. Knee to the spine. How are these superstars even still going, guys? I mean, they have to be on fumes right now. No, reverses it. Dodges a bullet there. Oh, and he dodges out of the way. A second time.
Oh my goodness, what an impactful STO.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
Boom, what impact. Keep your eye on this one. He's not going to like this.
He's teetering on the edge here.
Look at this. Gets out of the way of that one. He may get the 3 count right here. This is it. 2. And they kick out at 2.
Close call.
He's making a statement here with this attack. Oh, working on the leg.
This one's over, guys. That's not even remotely comfortable looking.
It's locked in. They tapped. They tapped. Let's take another look at what made that matchup so memorable.
He ain't messing around.
Okay, so the Cruiserweight title picture gets a bit more complicated. Andrew defeated Tony Nese. Nese put up a good fight, but Bailey assisted Andrew and helped lead him to a victory. Nese hit the running corner finisher, the same one that put Andrew away 2 weeks ago. Bailey distracted the ref, and that changed the tide of the match, with Andrew regaining momentum after Nese controlled the first half of the match, hitting a second flatline and a rolling knee bar, and pick up the victory. Who will Andrew's opponent be with the Cruiserweight title on the line of Money in the Bank, and how do the rankings and results shake out? Let's find out. Brian Kendrick defeated Oni Lorcan. Lucha House Party, represented by Kalisto and Gran Metalik and accompanied by Lince Dorado, defeated the Singh brothers. Humberto Carrillo defeated Akira Tozawa, so Tozawa had opportunity to secure a title match with a win. He lost, so that would definitely make things interesting in the Cruiserweight title rankings. Does that mean Austin Rage, who came in at number 3 and has a week off, moves up to the number 1 contendership? We'll find out soon. And Andrew defeated the man who was the number 1 contender going into this week, Tony Nese, who of course will fall down the rankings. So what will the Cruiserweight title division rankings look like, and who will Andrew face for the Cruiserweight title at Money in the Bank? Andrew is Cruiserweight champion. His opponent at Money in the Bank with the Cruiserweight title on the line will be a man that rose up 3 spots from the number 4 spot to get the number 1 contendership just in time to face Andrew at Money in the Bank. Humberto Carrillo will be Andrew's opponent for the Cruiserweight title at Money in the Bank. Carrillo defeated Austin Rage last week in a great back and forth match, and then won again this week in order to earn this opportunity. Number 2 contender coming just short is Tony Nese. Number 3, Akira Tozawa. Number 4, WITM's Austin Rage, who got the week off but falls down a spot. Number 5, Brian Kendrick. Number 6, Kalisto. Number 7, Drew Gulak. Number 8, Sunil Singh. Number 9, Oni Lorcan. Number 10, Noam Dar. Number 11, Mike Kanellis. Number 12, Gran Metalik. 13, Samir Singh. Number 14, Lince Dorado. Number 15, Ari Davari. Number 16, Jack Gallagher. Now we move on to NXT UK. We do not have any WIT members on NXT UK currently, so I will sim and get you your results and rankings update in just a moment. Okay, here are your results and rankings update for NXT UK. Pete Dunne, that was the main event. We'll start with the opening match. Jordan Devlin defeated Sam Gradwell in a match that I swear happens every single week. Rhea Ripley defeated Charlie Morgan in non-title action. Eddie Dennis defeated Ashton Smith. I feel like that match happens a lot too. Saxon Huxley defeated Cassius Ohno. And Pete Dunne defeated Alexander Wolf in the main event, non-title action. How does that affect the rankings on NXT UK? Let's find out. Starting with the UK women, the champion is Rhea Ripley. Number 1 contender is Dawn. Number 2, Jazzy Gabert. Number 3, Jenny. Number 4, Kaylee Ray. Number 5, Millie McKenzie. Number 6, Charlie Morgan. Number 7, Toni Storm. Number 8, Shia Brookside. Number 9, Piper Niven. Number 10, Killer Kelly. And number 11, Nina Samuels. The UK Tag Team Champions are Gallus. Number 1 contenders, Webster and Andrews. Number 2, Imperium. Number 3, Grizzled Young Veterans. Number 4, Noam Dar and Amir Williams. And number 5, Mustache Mountain. The number 1 contender, the UK champion is Pete Dunne. Number 1 contender, Joseph Connors. Number 2, Alexander Wolf. Number 3, Wolfgang. Number 4, Travis Banks. Number 5, Eddie Dennis. Number 6, Walter. Number 7, Ligero. Number 8, Ashton Smith. Number 9, Jordan Devlin. Number 10, Saxon Huxley. Number 11, Dave Mastiff. Number 12, Sam Gradwell. Number 13, Cassius Ohno. Now we move on to NXT. Will we see any of the Blade Runners or Degenerates in action? Okay, so we will see Rose in action with the men of the Blade Runners and Degenerates getting a week off. Well, we already saw Jack in action, and we saw Captain Casey managing the bank robbers on Raw, but Rose will be in action with an interesting stipulation. I left the game at 1% chance to have a special stipulation for a main event match, and it's taking advantage of it here. It's going to be a steel cage match between Rose and the woman she defeated in her in-ring debut 2 weeks ago, Shayna Baszler. This should be a really fun one. Steel cage women's match. Not something you see very often at all, especially outside of a pay-per-view, but we're going to see it here in WITM. This should be fun. Let's get this match underway.
It's the Queen of Spades!
Making her way to the ring from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Shayna Baszler.
Just to give you some insight into how Shayna Baszler thinks, she says this ought to be good. She prefers to break someone's mind before she breaks their body.
She's the submission magician. Protege of Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Shayna Baszler, so impressive, so dangerous. One of the most physical women in all of sports entertainment.
Yeah, and she knows it too.
Pretty amazing. Shayna Baszler, the first of the MMA 4 horsewomen to win a title in WWE.
Let the sparks fly.
And her opponent from Chicago, Illinois, the Queen, Roush.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for one-on-one action.
And Michael, it sounds to me like this crowd already picked the one who they want to win this match.
Take you into the light. There's nowhere to hide. There's nothing but darkness left here. Shake it off and let's take a ride.
You can expect these superstars to put their bodies on the line to take each other down.
These superstars have waited a long time for this match to take place.
And there are few things more unforgiving than the cold steel of a cage match.
Boom! Ooh, what impact.
Oh, nasty impact.
The steel cage is a massive enclosure that stands 15 feet in height. For almost 35 years, a select group of high flyers have taken their aerial assaults to greater heights. And when I say that, I mean superstars climb to the top of the steel cage, the real high-rent district, and dive off onto their opponent. And that all started with one man in October of 1983, Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
To your point earlier, Byron, we've definitely seen some unbelievable attacks be launched from the top of the steel cage. And you mentioned the most iconic, the steel cage match for the Intercontinental Championship that saw Jimmy Superfly Snuka clash against bitter rival, the magnificent Morocco.
There's no denying that Superfly set the bar. You look over the years to people like Jeff and Matt Hardy, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho. They continued to push the envelope and executed unbelievable attacks from the top of the cage. And watch Rikishi take flight off the top of the steel cage. Wow.
The best way to describe combatants clashing inside a steel cage is its battle of attrition. Sometimes a superstar is left with no choice but to fight fire with fire and do whatever they need to do in order to win the match. And sometimes it comes down to a superstar doing whatever they need to do in order to survive.
Byron, you touched on this earlier, but it's so important for a superstar to accept that there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in a steel cage match. That the conflict will be resolved within the 15-foot-high steel walls that surround the ring. And that losing a cage match can mean much more than a mark in the loss column. For some, it has meant the end of their career.
It's difficult to...
Uh-oh. She better do something fast.
No, she escapes it.
Yeah, I don't know if she had it locked in fully, Michael. The WWE Universe has seen the evolution of the steel cage in the enclosure known today as Hell in a Cell. The first time an enclosed cage was seen was in October of 1983 in the last Battle of Atlanta. The enclosed cage was seen a few years later in the War Games match from the NWA. There were even cages stacked on top of each other like WCW's Tower of Doom.
Byron, we talk about the progression of steel cage matches and the type of structures that have been spawned from them. I need to point out that some cages have been electrified. One was made from bamboo in the form of a Punjabi prison match. And of course, the Elimination Chamber with glass pods and steel doors.
And today we have the Asylum match, where weapons are on top of the cage. Just goes to show you that times may change, but the objective to destroy an opponent remains the same. There's still no better way to settle a score than to do battle with your adversary inside a steel cage.
Nail it. What a stomp. Good grief.
You gotta believe this one's over.
She's starting to falter here. I think this match is starting to take it all out of her, guys.
She looks really overmatched right now, guys, and I can't help but wonder if she knew what she was getting into when she stepped into the cage.
And for her sake, you just hope this isn't the beginning of the end for her, especially considering it's been such a tightly fought contest up to this point.
She's not looking good here, guys.
Man, she's got to get herself together here.
The rivalry between Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude began during the Super Pose Down at the 1989 Royal Rumble. Then it progressed to where both superstars battled over the Intercontinental Championship. At SummerSlam 90, the rivals met inside a 15-foot-high steel cage for the WWE Championship. Victory could be achieved by pinfall or escape from the cage.
Harsh impact.
Corey, the WWE Championship match between the Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude was the second half of the double main event at 1990 SummerSlam. The rivalry between the Warrior and the Ravishing One was so heated that no one knew what to expect once the two men were able to battle inside a steel cage, which at the time was the most grueling match in all of WWE.
The Ultimate Warrior dominated early on with his incredible strength. Rick Rude turned the tables and used the steel surroundings to his advantage. At one point, Rude dove from the top of the cage onto the Warrior. But after the Warrior's signature Gorilla Press Slam, the Ultimate One climbed over the cage and retained his WWE Championship.
I'll tell you what, this is one. Shayna Baszler gets the win. When you introduce the enclosure, everything is possible. What a match this was.
Here is your winner, Shayna Baszler.
And she gets the job done. Very impressive.
Hey, she was the better woman of the two tonight. It's that simple.
What a match that was, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, here are your results from this edition of NXT. In an NXT Tag Team Championship match, the Viking Raiders defeated the Undisputed Era to retain the NXT Tag Team titles. However, since they are now part of Monday Night Raw, they followed up the match by vacating the NXT Tag titles, and so the titles will now be vacant. Matt Riddle defeated Kona Reeves. Killian Dane defeated the North American Champion Adam Cole in non-title action. Also non-title action, the NXT Women's Champion Mia Yim defeated Jessamine Duke. And in our WITM matchup, Shayna Baszler got revenge from Rose winning her in-ring debut against her 2 weeks ago. inside of a steel cage. And how does that affect the rankings on NXT? Let's find out. The NXT Women's Champion is Mia Yim. Number 1 contender Shayna Baszler. Number 2 WITM's Rose. Number 3 Deonna Purrazzo. Number 4 Aaliyah. Number 5 Io Shirai. Number 6 Marina Shafir. Number 7 Jessamine Duke. Number 8 Vanessa Bourne. Number 9 Shia Lee. Number 10 Candice LeRae. Number 11 Tainara Conti. Number 12 Casey Catanzaro. Number 13 Bianca Belair. The NXT Tag titles are currently vacant as the champions, the War Raiders, were promoted to Raw. Number contenders in Disputed Era. Number 2 Street Profits. Number 3 Birch and Workin. Number 4 The Forgotten Sons. The North American champion is Adam Cole, baby. Number 1 contender Killian Dane. Number 2 Aaron Danger. Number 3 Kushida. Number 4 Cesar Bononi. Number 5 Kona Reeves. Number 6 Keith Lee. Number 7 Raul Mendoza. Number 8 Dominic Dijakovic. Number 9 Riddick Moss. Number 10 Cassius Ohno. Number 11 Tyler Breeze. Number 12 Velveteen Dream. Number 13 Shane Thorne. Number 14 Drew Gulak. The NXT champion is WITM's Captain Casey. Number 1 contender Roderick Strong. Number 2 Matt Riddle. Number 3 Zims. And number 4 Johnny Gargano. Now we move on to main events. Raw's Minor Show. On our final show before Money in the Bank, will we see WITM's Gerald in action? Okay, so we will not see Gerald in action, so we will sim. And I'll be back in a moment with your results and rankings update. Okay, here are your results and rankings update from this edition of Raw's Minor Show main event. The Iconics and Alicia Fox defeated Dana Brooke, Tamina, and Nikki Cross. Cesaro defeated Heath Slater. And Cedric Alexander defeated Bobby Roode. Now, does that affect the rankings on Raw? Let's find out. We'll just do the divisions that were affected by main event. The Women's Tag Team Champions are the Iconics. Number 1 contenders, the Kabuki Warriors. Number 2, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. And number 3, Carmella and Ember Moon. The Raw Women's title is currently vacant until new champions are crowned at Money in the Bank. Number 1 contender, Natalya. Number 2, Dana Brooke. Number 3, Tamina. Number 4, Lacey Evans. Number 5, Alicia Fox. Number 6, Nikki Cross. Number 7, Naomi. And number 8, Becky Lynch. The United States Champion is Rey Mysterio, number 1 contender, and just beating out Captain Casey and Jack to be Mysterio's opponent at Money in the Bank, Cesaro. Number 2, Captain Casey. Number 3, Jack. Number 4, Eric Young. Number 5, Mojo Rawley. Number 6, Titus O'Neil. Number 7, Cedric Alexander. Number 8, Bobby Roode. Number 9, Gerald. Number 10, EC3. Number 11, Ricochet. Number 12, Samoa Joe. Number 13, No Way Jose. And number 14, Heath Slater. Our next show is the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I'm going to head off screen, and then when I come back, I will have for you the official card for Money in the Bank. We'll see what WIT members will be in action. The only thing we know for sure is that Andrew will defend the Cruiserweight title against Humberto Carrillo. The rest it will be, I will figure out off screen, and I'll be back in a moment with your Money in the Bank card, and then we'll wrap up the episode. Okay, here is your card for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which will be in our next episode. And the one kickoff show matchup, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions will be in non-title action against Gallows and Anderson from Monday Night Raw. 8 women will compete to become Miss Money in the Bank in the women's ladder match. Tamina, Lacey Evans, Alicia Fox, and Nikki Cross will be the 4 representatives from Raw. Ember Moon, Carmella, Charlotte, and Mickie James will be the 4 representatives from SmackDown. Then we have our first title match on the card. Rey Mysterio defends the United States Championship against Cesaro, who's been on fire since becoming part of Monday Night Raw. And the one match that we're pretty much keeping the same as real life, Shane McMahon versus The Miz inside of a steel cage. Now let's go to our main save. There's 11 matches on the card altogether, so I had to put 4 on a backup save. The 4 I just showed you, and then 7 on the main save. Alright. Natalya versus Dana Brooke will battle to crown a new Raw Women's Champion after Alexa Bliss was forced to vacate the Raw Women's title. Bayley and Lana will compete to become the new SmackDown Women's Champion after Alexa Bliss was forced to vacate that title as well. Then we have our first of two WITM matches on the card. Andrew will take on Humberto Carrillo with his Cruiserweight title on the line. Andrew will be accompanied by the rest of Team Livestrong Spudstrong, Bailey, who will be in action herself, and Lance Armstrong. Then in non-title action, Roman Reigns will take on Buddy Murphy, making his SmackDown debut after coming over from 205 Live. Then we have a first of two major title matches as Brock Lesnar will defend the Universal title against Drew McIntyre. Kevin Owens will defend the WWE title against the real-life WWE champion Kofi Kingston, accompanied by Xavier Woods. And then our second of two WITM matches will see both Jack and AI Master competing, looking to become Mr. Money in the Bank. It's going to be Andrade, AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, and Jack representing Monday Night Raw, and Andrade, the Intercontinental Champion Shelton Benjamin, Randy Orton, and AI Master representing SmackDown Live, competing in the main event, looking to become Mr. Money in the Bank and get a guaranteed WWE or Universal title opportunity. That match will be huge and could mean a lot to AI Master or Jack if they can become Mr. Money in the Bank and line themselves up for a major title. So that is your Money in the Bank card that we will have in the next episode, and that is going to do it for episode number 76. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single moment of WITM action. After I sign off, there's going to be some information on how to become a WITM member for free, as well as a couple of WITM members that stream on Twitch and our social media info. And then, as always, following those, we'll have our updated standings for WITM members following this episode. But that's going to do it for 76. We hope to see you for our next stream, the Money in the Bank pay-per-view featuring Andrew defending the Cruiserweight title against Humberto Carrillo, and the 8-man Money in the Bank ladder match featuring WITM's AI Master and WITM's Jack. Until then, this is Corey with WITM Cow Wrestling, signing off.